Greetings, culinary explorers. Today we're setting our sights on a topic that often perplexes even the most dedicated health-conscious individuals: fruit. Yes, that sweet, juicy, often lauded food group that nature so graciously provides. But here's the rub. Not all fruits are created equal, especially when you're keeping a close eye on your carbohydrate intake. Today, we're diving into the world of low-carb fruits. We're going to peel back the layers, slice through the confusion, and get to the core of which fruits can be your allies in a low-carb lifestyle. Now, why is this so critical? Well, if you're navigating the intricate landscape of a low-carb or ketogenic diet, you know that sugar, in all its forms, is the primary antagonist. And fruit, my friends, is nature's candy, packed with fructose, a simple sugar. Understanding which fruits offer the most nutritional bang for their carbohydrate buck is paramount. It's the difference between derailing your progress and enjoying a sweet, satisfying treat that actually contributes to your well-being. Knowing the carb count, fiber content, and nutrient density allows you to make informed, strategic choices. So, prepare your cutting boards and sharpen your minds. We're about to embark on a juicy journey, examining 9 popular fruits, from the humble berry to the tropical pineapple. We'll dissect their carbohydrate content, explore their hidden nutritional benefits, and arm you with the knowledge to incorporate them wisely into your eating plan. This isn't about deprivation, it's about education. It's about understanding the science behind the sweetness so you can eat well and feel fantastic. Let's get to it. The grape, a symbol of luxury and indulgence since antiquity. These little orbs of sweetness are often popped into mouths without a second thought. But let's put them under the microscope. A single cup of grapes, which is about 92 grams, contains roughly 16 grams of carbohydrates. Now, that might sound manageable, but here's the catch. Most of those carbs come directly from sugar, with very little fiber to slow down their absorption. This can lead to a more significant spike in blood sugar than you might expect from such a small package. However, it's not all bad news for Vitis vinifera. Grapes are a respectable source of vitamin K, essential for blood clotting and bone health, and they contain antioxidants like resveratrol, famously found in the skins of red grapes, which has been linked to heart health. So, can they fit? Perhaps. The key is portion control, which, let's be honest, is notoriously difficult with these things. Think of them not as a go-to snack, but as a garnish, or a very occasional, carefully measured treat. A small handful, say 5 or 6 grapes, might be all you need to satisfy a craving without a major carb catastrophe. Next up, the classic lunchbox staple, the orange. This vibrant sphere is practically synonymous with vitamin C, and for good reason. A medium-sized orange delivers a powerful punch of this immune-boosting antioxidant. But what about its carb credentials? That same medium orange, weighing around 131 grams, will set you back about 15 grams of carbohydrates. However, unlike the grape, the orange brings a secret weapon to the party: fiber. It contains about 3 grams of dietary fiber, which helps to moderate the impact of its natural sugars on your system. This fiber is primarily found in the pith, the white, spongy stuff between the peel and the fruit, and the membranes separating the segments. This is why eating a whole orange is a far better choice than drinking a glass of orange juice, which is essentially just sugar water stripped of all its fibrous benefits. The presence of fiber means the net carb count is lower, making it a more reasonable option for a low-carb diet. Enjoying a few segments can provide that bright, citrusy flavor and a vitamin boost without completely derailing your carb budget for the day. It's a calculated indulgence. Now we enter the realm of berries, and we begin with a true champion of the low-carb world, the strawberry. These beautiful heart-shaped fruits are as delicious as they are diet-friendly. A full cup of sliced strawberries, that's a generous 166 grams, contains only about 13 grams of carbohydrates. But wait, it gets better. Out of those 13 grams, a solid 3 grams are fiber. This brings the net carb count down to a very manageable 10 grams for a rather substantial serving. This makes strawberries a go-to fruit when you need a sweet fix. Beyond their favorable carb profile, strawberries are nutritional powerhouses. They are loaded with vitamin C, manganese, and a host of potent antioxidants called polyphenols, particularly anthocyanins, which give them their brilliant red color. These compounds have been studied for their anti-inflammatory properties and their role in protecting against chronic diseases. Whether you're blending them into a smoothie, slicing them over a low-carb yogurt, or just eating them plain, Strawberries offer a delightful combination of flavor, volume, and health benefits without a hefty carb price tag. They are without a doubt a smart choice. If strawberries are the all-stars, then raspberries are the undisputed kings of fiber in the fruit kingdom. These delicate, thimble-shaped drupelets are, honestly, a low-carb dieter's dream. Let's look at the numbers. 1 cup of raspberries contains approximately 15 grams of total carbohydrates. Now hold on, that sounds similar to an orange, right? Wrong. Because packed into that same cup is an astonishing 8 grams of dietary fiber. Do the math. That's a net carb count of only 7 grams per cup. That is an incredibly efficient use of your carbohydrate allowance. This high fiber content does more than just lower the net carbs. It promotes digestive health, helps you feel full and satisfied, and aids in stabilizing blood sugar levels. Raspberries are also rich in vitamin C and manganese, much like their strawberry cousins, and are packed with antioxidant compounds that combat oxidative stress in the body. Their slightly tart, intensely fruity flavor makes them incredibly versatile. They're perfect for adding a flavor explosion to bland foods or for simply enjoying by the handful as a guilt-free, nutrient-dense snack that works with you, not against you. The blueberry. Small, mighty, and often hailed as a superfood. But how do they fare on a low-carb diet? Well, they are a bit higher on the carb scale compared to their red-hued berry brethren. 1 cup of blueberries comes in at around 21 grams of carbohydrates, with about 4 grams of that being fiber. This lands us at a net carb count of 17 grams. So while they are not as low carb as raspberries or strawberries, they are still a viable option when consumed with mindfulness and moderation. The reason blueberries maintain their place in a healthy diet, even a carb-conscious one, is their exceptional antioxidant content. They are famous for their high levels of anthocyanins, the pigments responsible for their deep blue-purple color. These compounds are linked to improved brain function, better memory, and a reduced risk of heart disease. The key to enjoying blueberries on a low-carb plan is portion control. Instead of a full cup, consider a quarter cup or half cup serving, which provides that burst of flavor and a significant antioxidant boost for a much smaller carb investment. And now, for a fruit that is, for many low-carb adherents, public enemy number 1, the banana. This ubiquitous, convenient, and potassium-rich fruit is, alas, a carbohydrate heavyweight. A single medium-sized banana packs a wallop of about 27 grams of carbohydrates. With only about 3 grams of fiber, you're looking at 24 grams of net carbs. That's more than the daily carb limit for some very strict ketogenic diets, all in one yellow package. This is why bananas are generally the first fruit to be exiled from a low-carb eating plan. But does this mean you can never ever eat a banana again? Not necessarily. It's all about context and quantity. If your carb limit is more moderate, say 50 to 100 grams per day, you might be able to fit a small portion in, especially around a workout when your body is primed to use those carbs for energy. Consider using just a few thin slices to flavor a protein shake, or mash a small piece to sweeten a low-carb muffin recipe. The banana should be viewed not as a fruit to be eaten whole, but as a potent flavoring agent to be used sparingly and strategically. It's a cautionary tale in portion distortion. Let's move on to the melon family, starting with the fragrant and refreshing cantaloupe. Thanks to its incredibly high water content, we're talking about 90% water, this melon is a fantastic choice for a low-carb lifestyle. A 1-cup serving of diced cantaloupe contains a mere 13 grams of carbohydrates with about 1.5 grams of fiber, bringing the net carbs to a very friendly 11.5 grams. This makes it a wonderfully voluminous food. You can eat a satisfying amount without a significant carb load, all while helping you stay hydrated. But cantaloupe offers more than just water and low carbs. It is an excellent source of vitamin C and, notably, vitamin A in the form of beta-carotene, the same compound that gives carrots their color. Vitamin A is crucial for vision health, immune function, and skin integrity. Its sweet, musky flavor makes it a perfect snack on a hot day, a great addition to a fruit salad, or even a surprising and delightful pairing with salty foods like prosciutto. Cantaloupe proves you can have a sweet, juicy, and satisfying fruit experience that is both hydrating and low in carbohydrates. Is there anything that says summer quite like biting into a ripe, juicy peach? This fuzzy stone fruit is another solid contender for a low-carb fruit roster. A medium-sized peach, weighing around 150 grams, contains about 14 grams of carbohydrates and 2.5 grams of fiber. This results in a net carb count of approximately 11.5 grams, putting it right in the same league as cantaloupe. It delivers a significant payload of sweetness and flavor for a very reasonable carbohydrate cost. Peaches are also a good source of vitamins C and A, and they contain a variety of antioxidants that contribute to overall health. Their soft texture and delicate flavor make them incredibly versatile. They can be grilled to bring out their natural sweetness, diced into a salsa, sliced into a low-carb dessert, or simply eaten out of hand with juice dripping down your chin. As with all fruits, the key is to enjoy them in their whole, unprocessed form to reap the full benefits of their fiber content. A peach is a perfect example of a permissible indulgence on a carb-conscious diet. Finally, we arrive at the pineapple, the spiky crown jewel of tropical fruits. Its intense sweetness and tangy flavor are undeniably tempting, but this is another fruit that requires a strategic approach. Pineapple is higher on the carbohydrate spectrum. A 1-cup serving of pineapple chunks contains about 22 grams of carbohydrates and just over 2 grams of fiber, for a net carb count of nearly 20 grams. This places it in a similar category to blueberries and bananas. A fruit to be consumed with caution and in moderation. The good news is that pineapple is packed with nutrients. It's an excellent source of vitamin C and is particularly famous for containing bromelain, an enzyme that can aid in digestion and has anti-inflammatory properties. To enjoy pineapple on a low-carb diet, think small. A few chunks can add a powerful tropical punch to a stir-fry or a skewer, or a small ring can be grilled to caramelize its sugars and intensify its flavor. Don't sit down with a whole bowl. Use it as a potent, flavorful accent to elevate a dish without sending your carb count into the stratosphere. So there you have it, a journey through the fruit aisle, armed with the power of nutritional knowledge. As we've seen, navigating a low-carb lifestyle doesn't mean banishing fruit from your life entirely. It's about being selective, strategic, and smart. It's about understanding that a handful of raspberries offers a profoundly different metabolic experience than a whole banana. Choosing fruits that are high in fiber and lower in sugar, like berries and melons, allows you to satisfy your sweet tooth, stay hydrated, and pack in vital nutrients without compromising your health goals. The power is now in your hands. You can confidently walk past the high-sugar landmines and pick the low-carb gems. Making these informed choices is fundamental to building a sustainable, enjoyable, and healthy way of eating. It's not about restriction, it's about empowerment through education. By choosing the right fruits in the right portions, you can add variety, flavor, and immense nutritional value to your diet, proving that healthy eating can and should be absolutely delicious. Now, I want to hear from you. What is your go-to low-carb fruit? How do you incorporate it into your meals? Share your favorites and your best tips in the comments below. Let's learn from each other. And of course, if you found this deep dive helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more healthy eating tips. Until next time, eat smart and live well.